Have you, or someone you care about, ever been told you're too much, too loud, too forgetful, or just too everything? Well, maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe it's ADHD. And if ADHD is part of your life, you need to hear this. Not the usual dry textbook stuff, but an actual explanation that makes sense. Oh, and hit that subscribe button while you're here, so you don't miss the rest. ADHD, it's not just about being distracted or bouncing off the walls. It's a neurodevelopmental condition, yeah, a big word, that affects how your brain handles attention, energy, and impulse control. It's not about being lazy or undisciplined. It's about your brain needing a different kind of setup. Here's the deal. ADHD shows up differently for everyone. Some people can't sit still. Others drift off into daydreams. Some feel everything all at once. Others feel nothing at all until they crash. That's why one-size-fits-all solutions? Total waste of time. This is about figuring out your version of ADHD, your strengths, your challenges, and making them work for you, not against you. Let's talk brain chemistry for a sec. ADHD is closely linked to dopamine, your brain's reward chemical. It's what makes you feel good, focused, and motivated. People with ADHD often have less dopamine floating around. So the brain goes, let's find something exciting. Cue impulsive ideas, switching tasks, or suddenly reorganizing the closet at 2 a.m. And hey, hormones play a part too. Testosterone, estrogen, adrenaline, they all hang out in the same system. That means some women with ADHD feel their symptoms change with their cycle or in menopause. Not broken, just biology. Now here's a fact that gets ignored a lot. Up to 80% of people with ADHD also have other stuff going on: anxiety, depression, sleep problems, even chronic stress. Sometimes those issues get diagnosed first, while the ADHD stays hidden in the background. But once you understand the ADHD part, so much starts to make sense. Okay, quick reality check. Living with ADHD means you use way more brain energy than most people just to get through a regular day. You might forget stuff, lose track of time, feel overwhelmed by simple tasks, and all of that. It's exhausting. Now here's the thing. Everyone experiences stress sometimes, that's normal. And short-term stress? It can even be helpful, like when you need to act fast in a tricky situation. But long-term stress? That's a whole different story. When stress keeps building without breaks, it becomes a real threat to your health, physically, mentally, and cognitively. And for people with ADHD, the risk is much higher. Why? Because ADHD often comes with hidden pressure. Many people with ADHD push hard, they perform well, keep going, and ignore the early signs of burnout. They try to keep up with everything in work, school, family life, while their brain is burning energy at full speed behind the scenes. In fact, for many adults, ADHD isn't diagnosed until after a serious stress-related breakdown or sick leave. It's only when the system crashes that the real pattern gets noticed. And here's the core problem. If your daily life isn't designed around your ADHD needs, your natural rhythm, your focus style, your energy limits, then stress isn't just likely, it's inevitable. So what's the solution? It's not about pushing harder. It's about knowing your ADHD, how it affects you, what drains you, what helps, and then taking action to shape your life around that knowledge. Because that's what really prevents stress from spiraling out of control. Here's what helps. Structure that's flexible. Visual reminders, not just post-its, real systems. Finding motivation through things you care about. Time to reset and recharge. Movement. Dopamine loves movement. And people who get it. Look, having ADHD doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're wired differently. And that's not a bad thing. What you need is the right tools, the right understanding, and maybe a little less guilt. So yeah, if this clicked with you even a little, there's more where that came from. Stick around. Subscribe. Check out the other videos. Because when you understand your brain, you stop fighting it, and you start building a life that works with it.